In the modern world, great leaders resolve their conflicts with words.
Hall of Fame Replay.
Hello, Command and Conquer Generals fans. I'm sure most of you are about my age now because the game's so old. Well, I want to take some time to do a series on the Hall of Fame replays from Command and Conquer Generals. So I just want to back up and provide just a bit more information. So Gamereplays.org is a fantastic website that supported and still supports a lot of different strategy games by storing replays and allowing the community to grow and communicate. So I really recommend checking it out. Awesome, and they've really been able to keep Command and Conquer Generals and Zero Hour alive. So awesome job, amazing website. So what happened with Command and Conquer Generals? Basically, majority of the replays, or basically all the communication, has all been recorded on Command & Conquer Generals replays. So for the most part, we can still go back and look at a lot of this stuff from Command & Conquer Generals heyday. By that, I wanted to do a replay review of all the Hall of Fame games to start with, just to give some appreciation or some point of reference to an awesome time in my life and awesome time in many other people's lives where this game was very active. So the first game we have is Apostle vs. Robin. And what's really cool is we can actually travel back in time and have a look at the Command & Conquer Generals Clanwars League. So I'll just quickly speak a little bit about this, or to this. We have here, for the most part, a detailed data from all the best players that ever played Command & Conquer Generals, still on Clanwars CC. So what we'll be able to do is, as we go through these replay reviews, we'll also be able to look at some of the stats from these players from many, many years ago and talk a bit about what I remember and some of their strong or weaknesses as we step through each of these replays. So what we'll do is we'll just have a quick look at Robin and Apostle's Clanwars record. Now, to just give you some reference, this first replay is 1.7. So that version of 1.7, just to give you some reference, is from 2003. So I have to have another version of Generals installed for 1.7 to actually watch these replays. Don't do what I did, where you try watch this on 1.8 and you get halfway through and nothing happens and you spend about 10 minutes wondering why they're just building units and not doing anything, and you get frustrated because you're wondering how it got into a Hall of Fame replay. But yeah, make sure you're on 1.7, otherwise it will not be a very good replay if you watch it on any other version. So Apostle and Robin. So Apostle and Robin is what we considered in the community old school players. So old school players were basically all the players that were very active or in the competitive scene pre-Clan Wars. So Clan Wars came around probably more so after the online ranking system, I believe, was shut down, or it didn't really exist to start with. I don't remember that detail because I wasn't really playing then. So these players are what we consider old school players, even though the game was really old, and when I was playing, I was probably 3 years old. These were old school players, and I would be considered, say, a new school player because I came in 1.8. So you can see here, both these players haven't played in over 16 years. But we still have some data, which is really cool. So we can take a look at Robin. Now, Robin, from memory, I did see him online, and I believe we might have played some games. I'm not too sure. But you can see he's got a very impressive record here. 53-16. So 53 wins, 16 losses with a 77% win rate. And you can see that he's got a bronze medal. So to get a bronze, you need to finish third place at the end of the month, which is quite an achievement. Bear in mind that if we go and look at 2005 in Clan Wars, cool. So what we can go is we can look at the Hall of Champions, which is pretty unreal because what this does is this actually stores all the warriors that won first place and the alliance that won first place in that month. So if we go all the way back to 2005 when Robin was playing, you can see here that the point scores are relatively low. So it wasn't particularly active except for 2005, which was quite impressive, 6,000 points there. But then you can see here as we go into like some of the more active times, 10,000 points. And then we go up to here, and like obviously this is where things were some of the most active, and this is where I was most active as well, is in these years of 15,000. I mean, that's insane. And then 40,000. And I remember a lot of these seasons, or months I should say, which is pretty unreal. But yeah, so he was an old school player. I can't remember. So yeah, in Unreal was a well-known alliance at the time. And overall, a really unreal player. Get the pun, unreal. And he, can't remember his strongest faction, but I do remember him being a good all-round player. Pretty sure he was an excellent USA player too. So we can even see his last games. So who he was versing. So he was in first, which was one of the best alliances early on once Clanwars started and the players were migrating to Clanwars. And then he's gone into Unreal. And I can't remember who else was in Unreal. But very interesting that we can look at these kind of stats. I'm very thankful that they still have them. But yeah, that's Robin. We'll take a look now at Apostle. Apostle also considered an old school player. And it's 16 years, 8 months. So a very long time ago. Apostle didn't play as much, I don't think. So he's got more games by the looks of it. So 154 games played. If we go home. Yeah, 78 to 76. Now, the thing with this is that I'm pretty sure Apostle was a predominant USA player. So I think he only played USA on Clanwars. And USA is by far the hardest faction to play, especially competitively for Command & Conquer Generals. Getting 78 to 76 is pretty unreal. And so, and you can see he's also got a bronze in 2005 March. And sorry, what was Robin? Robin was 2006 June, so a year apart. So that's goes to show how old school Apostle was. He was some of the first adopters to Clanwars. So we know these players are both very cool, very cool. We both know they're very good players, and they've always been well known in the community, even as old school players. But again, they kind of took off as I came around. So I don't have a lot of personal games with them that I can show. I don't even think I have any stored anywhere. So, but yeah, that's Apostle and Robin. Now we'll have a quick look. So we got this first replay is Apostle versus Robin on Tournament Desert. Tournament Desert was the official competitive map that all Clanwars players would play on. So it was basically the main map people would play. So you'd play a lot of games on Tournament Desert. It's just how it happened. It appeared to be the most balanced map that we had at the time. And even today, it's still probably the most favorited and balanced map that we have for 1v1 in Command & Conquer Generals. But yeah, you can see here, yeah, an awesome replay. And it's been recommended for Hall of Fame. And here it is with the 1,488 downloads. So what I'll do is I'll set up version 1.7. And then we'll have a look at this replay and see what it's like when you look back. Because I'll tell you one thing that's for sure is that the old school players play completely different to new school players, in my mind. And it's always very interesting how it's evolved, the old school players to new school players, because so much has changed when you look at or do a comparison, which we might do in another video. But yeah, let's get into the replay. So we'll try, see how we go. And we'll know if it stalls out. Okay, now all of those of you who use Gen Tools know that this is how it used to look, but now with Gen Tools we have a much better resolution. But we can see here we have two USA players. We have Apostle on the bottom and Robin on the top, and they have both gone 2 dozers and a barracks. And it looks like they're going very similar strategy, or build order I should say. Going into, and neither of them sold their command center just yet, which is interesting. Maybe they'll do that soon. But again, it could be that old school. Old school players would not sell CC. It can be a good idea not to sell your command center in a UVU. So they're both going for a drop. Robin's going for just a rifleman and a missile trooper, and it looks like Apostle's going for the full Patriot. So he's packed a dozer and I think 2 missile troops in there, potentially. So the aim here for both of them is to try hurt the other's economy as quick as possible. But you can see here Robin's also going for oil, which will come in handy if he can get to capture that oil. So Apostle's got his drop down and he's been able to scare off the Chinooks. And same with the Apostle. Robin. And now it's just a matter of trying to kill and deal with this drop so that you can get your economy going again. Bit of a miss micro there. This troop is still locked on. Oh, he's locked onto the dozer. So unfortunately didn't get the kill. These two from Apostle are running. Hopefully they'll get some use. Maybe run him into the bunker there. So we have a drop here from Robin trying to get this oil. So he's dropped right on top of Apostle's rifleman. And you can see, oh, look at this, the battle of the dozers. So we have 2 dozers over here. They're both, oh, he's trying to stop the drop. Oh no, he's dropped it into the bunker, there we go. And now he's put his dozer in. Okay, so Apostle has control, or has bunkered into this top oil. And for those of you that don't know, the oil gives you 1,000 upon capturing, and then a 200 every, I think, minute or something. 200 cash money. Okay, and you can see here both players. Oh, look at this, very sneaky. So Apostle's managed to get his second dozer up behind the defenses here, or over the base, and he's trying to build this Patriot. Now, if this Patriot goes up, it's going to be all hell to try deal with. Especially, oh, he's going to try. Oh, he gets the run over. So how much money does Unreal have? So Unreal has $2,000, so plenty of cash. So he really needs to kill this. Otherwise, it's going to be very painful to deal with without quite a few troops. Okay, so that takes. Oh, he's gone for a barracks in the base as well. He's definitely trying to make sure. Okay, and so what's Robin doing? So Robin's captured this bottom oil, which will give him quite a good economy. He's still quite low because he can't obviously get any supplies here. He's captured middle, so he's not captured middle, he's taken middle. And he's going to try circumvent the base drop by going middle. So that's good. That's an excellent idea. But now there's a battle out here between the 2 riflemen. And both have died, so no one's going to capture that oil anytime quick. Oh, and Robin's got a sneaky little barracks here too. So both his dozers are quite forward facing. And he's just completely abandoned his main base and gone for middle. That's excellent. And let's have a quick look at Apostle. Apostle has plenty of money too. I mean, they're both doing quite well economically. So it looks like... So Apostle might have been able to have a chance there to capture that, but not anymore. Okay, so... I don't think Apostle's actually spotted the buildings in the middle just yet. Ah, okay, yes he has. He's got his missile defender taking out the Chinooks here. But what will be quite strong is if Robin can take back his base. He's building, Apostle's building a reactor in the base. Classic. But if Robin can retake his base and have middle, he'll come out much stronger. But these oils need to be destroyed or captured by Apostle if he wants to maintain his stranglehold on Robin. Robin very cheekily sneaking down some missile defenders here just to try to get into his economy and hurt these Chinooks. Now the war factories have come out, so I think they both have war factories. Yep, so both are on both at the timing of them are quite the same in terms of their tech and Humvees. Okay, yeah, so Robin loading up some Hummers now, so they've got... Now what, maybe Apostle should have tried to capture this base ASAP if he could, but you can see that Robin's prevented that because he's got his 2 riflemen here. Ah, there we go. So now Robin's going to try to capture the barracks. Be surprised if he gets it, but he sold it. Okay, so he's very close to recapturing his base. He just needs to deal with the Patriot now, which he'll be able to do with a few Humvees. Very aggressive Hummer pushing up to the barracks here. Oh, that's about to go. Robin's about to lose his dozer. He's got one more here. He has to keep that safe if he wants to stay in the game. Mind you, they both have their command centers. Again, that's you would not see that in a new school or a new players games. I'm pretty sure they still sell their CC. They just risk it for the biscuit. Well, power plant's going down, so that will slow down the production quite substantially there. And I think he's still got, yeah, so he's lost his power. So Robin's managed to come back here and do quite a bit of damage. Now Apostle's floating, which means he's got a lot of money. And now Robin's come back to clean up. Oh no, so that perfect timing. So that was really smart of Robin to take out that power plant, because that means he can now retake his base. It's a very smart move. That's the quick maths right there. Now Apostle has both oils, so that's going to keep him in the game quite easily, because that will give him enough cash flow just to keep surviving, even though he's going to lose his best advantage, which was having this supply, capping the supply here. So now it looks like there's going to be a bit of a battle over this oil rig over here.
What's the mission, sir?
But here we go. Robin's not having any of it. He's going to come clean this up, take that oil. Now, Apostle has another dozer now, so now he can start building again. Robin capturing that reactor, and that will be the end of that base build from Apostle. So now Robin has the middle. He's going to have an oil rig, and controlling the middle in a USA versus USA is really important, and that's going to give him a very good hold and be able to pressure Apostle quite easily. So Apostle's still got a lot of cash, and so does Unreal Robin. They're both floating, probably too much. You want to be building as many units and many Humvees as possible to try to get that edge, but obviously there's a lot happening. So here we go. So Robin snuck in, and he's doing a lot of damage to the supplies, and it looks like he's going to get the kill on the supplies, which again is going to hurt Robin, but not too much. Robin's still got quite enough economy to build back a new supply, plus build an extra few units.
Got my missile launcher right here. Bug it up. Got my missile launcher right
Almost
here.
looks like the old school players don't necessarily have their buildings on shortcut keys, perhaps.
Bug it up. No more supplies from this source.
Or they've both been very cautious with their supplies. So that's a very good hit there from Robin. He's taken out the supply and some one Chinook. So that's probably made money there. If you would do a cost comparison between the Humvee and the MDs to the supply and Chinook. So good money, good hit there from Robin. So Robin's got three Humvees now. Got the drone upgrade. Now he's just going to cause havoc. So high mobility. Best way to counter this, the cheapest way would be just to do some laser locks. He needs to micro that forward. He's going to lose that Humvee. Quite a nice sort of defense there from Apostle. Okay, so now Apostle's challenging Robin. Robin's still locked onto and he's going to lose both. So a bit of a mismanagement there. But that means Apostle's still in the game. I think really that attack could have been really what sealed the deal for Robin. But Apostle using that skilled laser locked definitely has helped defend and keep him in the game. Oh, snipers are out now. So this is where it gets tricky. If you don't have snipers and you're versing another USA player with snipers, is that all these infantry now, or your forward forces, especially if they're just infantry like this, will be sniped and killed very easily. Probably the most insane unit in Command & Conquer Generals. It takes no prisoners, and it will just mow down hundreds of troops. So I'm assuming Apostle must be getting close to also having access to sniper, but a very cheeky sniper just up here. And Apostle will be able to do some more, take some more pressure, put some more pressure onto the supply, and try to get a kill on that Chinook. Ranger there, so that might be able to do some damage, but that sniper's going to clean it up. Yeah, there he goes. So this is going to distract Apostle. While Robin moves onto the left-hand side, he's going to have to choose what he's going to deal with. He has got one Humvee here, waypointed from his war factory, but it's gone down. Now, okay, so Robin's trying to hunt down this very sneaky Hummer that's just passed through all the defenses of Robin. So that's going to push Robin to try focus on this attack. Because he has nothing to defend his base except for that rifleman. Or ranger, whatever you want to call it. So it looked like he just had one MD, so this is played very well as a distraction. Meanwhile, this will give Apostle time to sort of clear out some of the units that Robin has sent in to the flank. And yeah, Robin quickly cleans up Apostle's Hummer. Another sneaky 2 Hummers here. Nice little distractions. Giving time to Robin to take put some more pressure onto Robin. Sorry, Apostle to put more pressure onto Robin. He's hurting his economy here in the middle. So he's lost a Chinook. The other one supply doesn't have any Chinooks except for this very heavily damaged Chinook. That's going to slow down Robin's economy. So we'll take a quick look. So Apostle is floating massively right now. So he really needs to spend this money quickly so he can really take advantage of distracting Robin. But now Robin is gone for the jugular, and he is striking both supplies simultaneously. It looks like he might lose potentially both of them. He's not very careful here. Now there's snipers. Robin has got snipers everywhere. If Robin can get a sniper in front of this barracks, it's going to be very devastating for Apostle. Apostle probably will have to kill any sniper that gets anywhere close to this. But Robin's built up quite a bit of force here. Now he's gone for quite an aggressive attack here. She's going to kill the production of Robin. Quite a smart move here, just to strike back very quickly. And they're both striking each other, war factory and production line. Now Robin really needs to get a sniper around to the other side here, if he can. And now Apostle's going for the supply. So it looks like Robin still has 2 supplies. Those are going to go down quite quick. Now Apostle has only a barracks, but he has a cheeky supply going up here on the left flank, right near the oil, which is under his control. So Robin's not going to be able to see that too easily, but he's obviously spotted the Chinook. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a base swap here. So Robin's supply goes down. It looks like he's going to lose his reactor, both reactors in his command center, unless he gets challenged by Robin. Robin here going for the jugular too. He's going killing the command center. Now if they both lose their command center, that means they have to hang on to their doses. Now the only trouble is, now maybe, just maybe, Robin has his not his harvester, his dozer in this Chinook here. And if he does, that will help keep him in the game, because it's going to come down to whoever can protect the harvest, the Chinooks. Oh, I missed that. Looks like, we'll have to go back and have a look at that. But it looks like all of on Robin's forward attack got wiped out by the F10s. And we can see here that Apostle's just taking out the Unreal's base completely. So he's only got supply, barracks, and a reactor there. Oh, so this is big trouble for Apostle. Apostle's just lost his only harvester, I believe, which puts him in a very bad spot. But it looks like they've both lost the harvester. So now it's going to be whoever can kill the bases quick enough. So it's going to come down to oh, it looks like, yeah, Apostle has been defeated. Comes down to the last 2 buildings on both sides. Excellent game. But you can definitely see a lot of differences between how the old school players and new school players play. And we'll have to do a comparison. But overall, excellent game and a great victory by Robin. Apostle was definitely floating too much. I think both of them had too much money, too much of the time. They really needed to take advantage of that cash flow that they both had. But obviously a very good game from way before my time in playing Command & Conquer Generals. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. and we will hopefully do more of these and get through all the Hall of Fame replays and just keep back, and we can look back at some of the glory days of one of the best strategy games ever. Well, thanks guys. Catch up.
Are you picking this up? Good. I know you need more deep background, but we're up against it. Nod forces have fortified this beachhead at X16Y42. Intelligence is still coming in, so we can't tell you a lot.